everyone, my name is Teresa, and this year I'm on a mission. I have set a goal to help 500 people live a healthier, happier life. Now let me tell you why this is my mission, why this is my passion, why this is my goal. I've been through it myself. I used to be 10 sizes larger, 50 pounds heavier. I'm going to stop the video here for a second and show you some pictures just so you can see that I've done the journey myself. Now, as you can see, I used to be a lot heavier, and gaining weight is super easy. There is absolutely no expertise required. Anybody can do it. Now, I myself did it, and I got to a point where I realized, okay, something needs to change. I didn't feel good about myself. I didn't have energy. I absolutely avoided shopping at all costs because I didn't even know what size I was, and I didn't feel comfortable in any stores. So you come to that point where you're like, okay, now I need to do something. Gaining the weight was easy, but now how do I take it all off? And that's what I'm here to do, and this is how I'm here to share my story. I learned a lot of things. I dropped 10 sizes. I did it with no diets. I did it in a way that made me feel good. I've done it in a way that let me keep it off. I've kept off the weight, which is absolutely incredible. And I did it in a way that I didn't feel bad. So I'm here today to share my 5 tips on how to lead a healthy, happy lifestyle. Okay, tip number 1 is you have to change your thoughts. Dr. Daniel Amen said, most weight problems occur between your ears, which is why most diets don't work. If it was just as easy as eating healthy, then why are we all not doing it? So just an example of this, think about when you're looking at yourself in the mirror. Are you telling yourself you're fat? Are you telling yourself you're ugly? Are you picking yourself apart? Think about the things you're actually using to talk to yourself. Now take a second and think, if it was someone else walking into the room that looked at you and said, you know, you're fat, you're ugly, you need to change the clothes you're wearing or fix your makeup, how would you appreciate that person? You probably wouldn't. I know I wouldn't take it very well. So you need to change your thoughts first. You need to look in the mirror and appreciate yourself for the beauty and magnificence that you truly are. You need to start telling yourself that you love yourself, that you deserve this, that you can do this. Lots of people say, I can't do this. It's too hard, it's too whatever. Anything you're telling yourself is exactly what you're going to create. Louise Hay wrote an incredible book. It's called You Can Heal Your Life. This book changed my life, and the one thing it tells you to do is an affirmation. I love and respect myself right now. Just continuously tell yourself. Do it 5 times a day. Do it every time you close your eyes. And the more you do that, the more you start to appreciate who you are. And it's crazy. Tell yourself that you're healthy. Tell yourself that you're fit. Tell yourself that you're a size 8. Whatever your goal is, start to continuously tell yourself that. Lots of people think, and they make this mistake, that you have to believe affirmations when you're starting to tell yourself them, but that's not true. You tell yourself them enough that you start to believe them. Your vibration changes, your energy changes, and now you go to a buffet where you maybe would have got all the fattiest and junkiest food, and now for some reason you're gravitating towards the salads. It's incredible. You need to change your thoughts first. I love and respect myself. I appreciate myself. I'm fit. I'm thin. I'm all these incredible things. Whatever it is, start with your thoughts. Okay, everyone, tip number 2 has to do with water. Most of us know that the majority of our body is comprised of water. Every single cell in our body requires water to function optimally, but none of us drink enough. Okay, lots of us drink enough, but lots of us don't. So basically what you want to do is have 8 ounces of water when you first wake up in the morning. This gets all your organs and your metabolism and everything going smooth, and then you want to have 8 glasses throughout the day. Lots of things to trigger you that you might not have a lot of water is headaches, fatigue. One of the #1 causes of fatigue is dehydration. Water is actually an energy source. So the next time you're tired, rather than grabbing a cup of coffee, try having a glass of water. And then, like I said, try 8 glasses a day every day, and you will feel so much better. Cheers. Hey everyone, tip number 3 is how and what to eat. Basically what you want to do is eat within 45 minutes of waking. Because what happens throughout the night is our metabolism slows down. We're not eating, our body's using a lot of energy without replenishing itself. So you want to eat within 45 minutes of waking to get your metabolism up. Then you want to eat every 3 hours after that. If you wait too long, your metabolism starts to slow down. And then when you eat again, it takes a lot to get it back up. So you want to rev it and keep it up. And then what you want to eat is basically, I'll go through the food groups and then I'll tell you how to pair them all together. You want to have a protein with every single meal. Your proteins are things like chicken, fish, cottage cheese, tofu, protein shakes. Carbohydrates and fats, which are your energy sources. Carbohydrates are things like rice, quinoa, potatoes, yams. You want to stick to the natural foods. Anything processed strips it of nutrients. So like the whole wheat breads, the sugars, all those kind of things aren't good for you, and there's no point in eating it if there aren't any nutrients anyway. Then your fats are things like your avocado, coconut oil, olive oil, organic butter, and then of course you have your veggies. How you're going to measure them all? Protein is going to be the size of your palm and the size of a deck of cards. Your carbohydrates are going to be 1 fist. Your veggies are 2 fists. Your fats are going to be about the size of your thumb. The way I recommend to eat is every morning you have a protein and a carb. The carb revs your metabolism up and gets it going. And like I said before, you want to have a protein with every meal because proteins are the building blocks. They are our structure, they're our tissues, they help with our immunity, our hormones, a whole bunch of other things. You want to be eating that with every meal. Then I would suggest carb cycling. So for 2 to 3 days, you have a low carb day, and then you do a high carb day. On your low carb days, you have a protein and a fat with every meal, and on your high carb days, you have a protein and a carb every day, and then you just repeat that cycle. Fats and carbohydrates are your energy sources. We don't need to have them both at the same time. You only need one, which is a mistake most of us are making. When you eat carbohydrates, it releases insulin into your body, which tells your body to store fat. So if you've eaten the fat as well, it just grabs that fat and stores it. So you just want one energy source. The other great thing about carb cycling is there's no deprivation. You know you're going to get carbs in a couple days. You just have to go a couple days and get that carb. And by doing that as well, it tricks your metabolism on that carb day, speeds it up again, and it tries to eliminate the plateaus. So basically, eat within 45 minutes of waking up, eat every 3 hours, every morning have a protein and a carb, do 2 to 3 low carb days, which is a protein and a fat with every meal, and then do a high carb day, which is a carb and a protein, and then just continuously rotate that, and you're going to maintain and keep a healthy weight. Okay everyone, tip number 4 is exercise. Our bodies are actually meant to move. And a really cool thing that happens when we actually exercise, our endorphins are released in our brains, and we're actually happier. You think clearer, you make smarter decisions, you feel better, plus weight loss ultimately comes down to calories in, calories out. So the more you exercise, the more calories out you're going to do, and the faster you're going to lose weight. Now I know if you're not used to exercising, it might be a little bit tough to get started, so start with 5 minutes a day. That's it. You're trying to create a habit, you're trying to create a lifestyle. Start with 5 minutes a day. Whether it be jumping jacks, sit-ups, treadmill, running, whatever you like, start there. Another great tip I really like is Chris Powell. He says do the commercial exercise. Most people watch TV and you don't have a lot of time in the day. So during the commercials, start with 15 jumping jacks, 15 sit-ups, 15 push-ups, and every commercial do that. Now that might not sound like a lot, but if you're watching an hour program, by the time you get to the end, you're sore and you can feel it. Just start where you are and you're going to feel better. Those endorphins are going to make you want to do this more and more. Okay, tip number 5 is having to do with getting enough rest and getting enough sleep. I suggest taking a day off every week. Take it off from your meal plan, allow yourself to eat bad food, take it off from exercise, allow yourself to recharge. We recharge our laptops, we recharge our cell phones, we recharge all these electronics and superficial things, but we never give ourselves permission to recharge ourselves. And you need that time. It's going to give you more energy to get your exercise done through the week. It's going to give you more energy to just get through the week and make proper decisions. Rest is super important. You also want to make sure you're getting enough sleep every night. Throughout the day, what happens is we live stressful lives. And when you're going through stress, our body produces hormones that actually trigger our body to store fat. When we sleep is when we metabolize the majority of those hormones. So sleep is super important. It also makes you feel better so that throughout the day you're craving less, you're making better decisions, you're getting through that day, you have the energy to do your exercise, a whole bunch of reasons. You deserve it. So get enough sleep, get enough rest, take a day off, which is what I'm going to do right now. So sweet dreams.